So this circuit is going to start with dumbbell floor presses. You're doing 8 repetitions using whatever you have. Dumbbells, cans of soup, sandbag, whatever weight you have available to use at home. Following floor presses, we're going to go into a dumbbell clean. So using one arm, we're doing 6 repetitions on one side and then 6 repetitions on the other side. In a dumbbell clean, you're essentially using your hips to move the weight up to about shoulder height, and then you're dropping underneath the weight as you come into the catch position. So the move is initiated by powerful hip swing, forcefully extending the hips open, the knees open, and then dropping under the weight. After cleans, you're going to go into 10 repetitions of front squats. Again, utilizing what you have. But the main thing about squats are that you want to initiate the movement by sitting back as if you're reaching for a chair, keeping your chest up, putting the weight in your hips, and driving back out. 10 repetitions there, followed by airplanes. If you have light dumbbells, say anything between 1 pound up to 5 or 10, honestly, it depends on how strong you are. With this movement, you're keeping your elbows straight, you're squeezing your shoulder blades. So we're working the backside shoulders in that movement. Next up, we're going with a quote power lateral lunge. So really the power portion of it is I'm just bringing my knee up at the finishing portion of the lift, but you'll start by taking a step out to the side, making sure that your hip, knee, and ankle are lined up on top of each other. You're sitting back into your heel and your hip. You're not pushing your knee forward or landing on the ball of the foot, but you're sitting back, loading the hip, and then driving out of the hip. And that's 6 each leg. So that was one full complete round, and I'm gonna go back again at the top with dumbbell floor presses for 8 repetitions. Once again, I'm keeping the weight over my chest, lowering control. You can go up a little bit faster, keeping knuckles up towards the ceiling, inhaling on the lowering, exhaling on the push. And once I'm done, I turn them in towards myself and then lowered them down to the floor. All right, back again on cleans. You have a side view again here, driving from the hips, forcefully getting that weight to move up and then dropping underneath it in the catch position. So again, 6 on one side, and then I'll turn around and show you the front view, 6 on the other side. Again, driving from the hips and landing underneath the weight. So again, once you're done with 6 cleans in each arm, in the second round, I'm going again back to the front squats for 10 repetitions of sitting back into the hips, trying to get my thighs parallel to the ground. And I have 10 repetitions. We'll set those down and go back into airplanes again. So here's the front view. I am hinging in my hips, keeping my back neutral to get into that bent over position. And again, focusing on keeping my arms straight and moving by squeezing my shoulder blades together. My neck muscles are relaxed. After 10 of those, again, back to the power lateral lunge. So again, hip over knee over ankle, weight back in the heel, setting back in the hip and driving from that hip, coming up nice and high. If you want to skip the modification of driving the knee up, you absolutely may. If you want to turn it into a lateral squat, you can keep both feet stationary on the ground and just sit into that hip over knee over ankle position. So again, that's 6 repetitions each side. I finished my second round, so now that means I'm done with lunges. Lunges get crossed off the list since I'm going in vertical order, being that this is a circuit. Took a couple seconds break there, and I'm right back at it again into round 3, starting with floor press for 8 repetitions. up again into the dumbbell cleans. Guess you can more appropriately say dumbbell squat clean. 6 repetitions on one side, and then 6 repetitions on the other side. Again, showing you 2 different views, and always led by powerful hip extension first. I'm not cranking in my back. All I'm doing is driving through my hips to move the weight up to shoulder height and then dropping under it. All right, third round of front squats, and this time I'm holding the dumbbells just a little differently. Honestly, doesn't matter as long as I keep my elbows up, chest up, and sit back. Again, 10 repetitions here. Being this is the third round, I will go into those airplanes for the last time. Again, 10 repetitions, squeezing the elbows, keeping the neck muscles relaxed. When I hinge at the hips. Apologize if you hear my children in the background. And that completes round 3. I have no more lunges left. I've completed my airplanes. I am now starting round 4. So these vertical circuits are nice because you get to visually, if you write it on a board or paper, you get to visually either see or just scratch off. Every time you complete a round, that's one less thing to do. So in a sense, it's a little rewarding. Okay, so just finished another 8 floor presses, going back to cleans again, being this is the 4th round. I'll have one more set of these after this round. Here, driving from the hips, dropping underneath the weight. Can be done with a kettlebell as well if you have those at home. This is the final round of front squats. Back to holding the dumbbells with the bell actually on my shoulder and in a more east-west fashion versus that last round that they were north-south. But again, I'm focusing on keeping my chest up, elbows forward, hips back. Okay, now starting round 5, back to floor press. Lunges are done, airplanes are done, front squats are done. 8 floor presses. Final set of cleans. This is the 5th round. Maybe starting to look a little tired by the 5th round, but that's all right. And 6th round, last and final thing. Final set of 8 floor presses. All right, this vertical circuit took just under 10 minutes to complete.